In starting this lesson off, I've already created the relevant worksheet. So obviously we're talking about restricting data in cells. And I've done nothing else. We ended up on the protecting worksheet, but this time what I want to do is I want to show how we can force users to use the data we want them to. So what I can do here is I can go to data. I've selected the cell at the moment, B2, that's perfectly fine, and I'm going to go across to an option that says data validation. There is an extension of this, and I've got a few other areas I can look at, but we only want data validation, so that's perfectly fine. When I've got data validation, I've given only one real option: allow any value. That's the default. So Excel always uses validation in many ways, but the validation is any value. So I'm going to click on the down arrow, and I can then tell it what I want to restrict the data to. So I might say, well, I only want it to be a whole number, and I might want to restrict what that whole number is between. So I might decide that it's got to be between 1 and 100. Now when I'm in that cell, I can put any of those values in there that I like. We'll do an extreme test. An extreme test is where you test the system for values that are at the edge of any boundary. So we said that the user cannot enter any number that's not between 1 and 100. So our boundary is 1 and 100. And they worked. So any number between those two will. What about 0? Oh, now we get an error message. This value doesn't match the data validation restriction defined for this cell. Well, that's so helpful. Thank you. What does that mean? Well, I can cancel or retry, and you can see that what I put in doesn't work. Let's put 101. As soon as I press enter, I get that little ding, and the error message comes up again. It's not very helpful, that error message. I can also be silly and try to put the word cat in, but obviously it's going to reject that. So it's only accepting numbers between 1 and 100. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go back to the validation rule. We've defined this and input message. So what we've got here is the ability to tell the user what they need to put into this cell. I can enter a title, enter a number. I must enter an input message, otherwise it won't work. So enter a number between 1 and 100. I'm going to click on OK, and you can see instantly there it is. It's appeared there. So I've got my nice message telling me what to do. But what if I still decide to enter 101? Well, I'm going to get this really weird message. So I'm going to go back to data validation. I've actually got an error alert option. That tells me to stop, so I can choose which one I want. Incorrect value. The value you entered was either too low, below 1, or too high, above 100. Please try again. Click OK. Now when I'm on there, click in the cell, I get the little help box. But if I do decide to enter something wrong, now my error message comes up. So I'm helping to restrict the data that is put into that cell. I'm helping to limit what someone uses in there. And I'm not just tied to whole numbers. Let's just switch off my error message, and let's switch off my input message for now. So I could restrict it to a decimal value, or a date, or a time, or a particular length. So I could say that the text length, they must enter say for a password, something between 8 and 16 characters long. I've got custom, so I can define what I want based upon a formula, and there's one called list, and that's what we're going to be looking at in the next lesson. See you then.